You are listening to Swing with Tom and Bunny on The Culture Radio. Our radio show is for sex positive and consensual non-monogamy, also known as the swinger's lifestyle. Be sure to tune in to listen to our live podcast every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Lifestyle Thursdays. Now, sit back, enjoy, and prepare to have a swinging good time.
All right, we are live here on The Culture Radio tonight.
Happy Thursday, everyone.
Happy Thursday. This is May 14th.
May 14th, second show.
Oh my God, yes it is.
Oh my God.
So the first show is a little self-absorbed about us.
You think? Just a little bit.
Just an hour talking about Tom and Bunny.
But everybody has to know who we are and where we come from.
Right. So we haven't looked for feedback yet, but I'm sure we'll get our haters out there. But we wanted to kind of introduce ourselves to the audience and the listeners and the YouTube viewers and tell you about our background and our history and why you should trust what we're saying, that our opinions don't mean nothing.
Of course not. Of course our opinions don't mean nothing.
Nope. So we got a couple things we're going to talk about today.
Uh-huh.
We are going to be talking about, and we don't have all the information, so we're gathering information as we go because we're not getting the information.
Just like the rest of the world.
Right. So we're going to be talking about the clubs opening up.
Right, because we are club people.
We are club people.
We love going to the clubs.
We're going to give you an update on travel, what's going on around the world.
What little we know.
What little we know. And we're going to discuss about house parties.
Yes.
So
I see those too.
All right. So the clubs are starting to open up.
They are. Slowly but surely, they're starting to open back up.
They're starting to open back up. Now, one of the first ones we've heard about is Eden in Oklahoma City.
Because Oklahoma has actually been a lot more lenient than any other states. Now, actually, and let's just kind of step back a little bit. If you're listening to this on a repeat, we're talking about the pandemic right now, the coronavirus.
That's where we're at right now.
Yes. So now, like I said, Oklahoma has probably been one of the most lenient states on everything. So they are pretty much all open back up. So Club Eden and Oklahoma got to open.
Right, but they still have the guidelines.
Of course.
You're hearing the trending word of the day is guidelines.
Guidelines, yes. We're starting to flatten the curve.
Right.
So now we got to follow the guidelines.
Because before it was all about practicing social distancing.
Can we go back to practicing safe sex now?
Oh my God. It's going to be interesting because I was looking at what's going on and all the clubs are biting at the bit. They are ready to open. I'm going to take my glasses off for a minute. And by the way, if you're listening to us on the Culture Radio, we're actually broadcasting this. We're not actually broadcasting live on YouTube, but as soon as we're done on the Culture Radio, we'll be putting our video live so you can actually watch us live.
Right.
Well, recorded.
Watch us live recorded.
And you can see our pretty faces.
We're live on the radio, but we're recording it for our YouTube channel.
We're recording it for our YouTube channel. So
yes.
We want to get a video version. So anyway, all the clubs are biting at the bit. They are ready to open. There are a lot of clubs around the nation that will not a lot of clubs, but there are several that will not reopen.
Right.
Unfortunately, because they were victims of the coronavirus in the economical sense.
Well, yeah, and you've got a lot of the clubs that are in bigger cities that aren't going to be able to open for, hopefully they'll open soon, but Lord knows we don't even know if they'll be able to open this summer.
Right. Well, one of the things is while the clubs don't even know what the guidelines are, they're really not even being told what the guidelines are. How do you open up a bar and everyone has to be 6 feet apart?
Right.
You pretty much limit your capacity by 80%.
And that's any bar, not even just a lifestyle club.
That's any bar. So that's right now the hot topic of how do you reopen. Now, one of the guidelines is opening in limited capacity or limited numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So we have no idea how people are going to limit the numbers. I was talking to a club just yesterday, and we were discussing limiting numbers. And she says, how do I limit the numbers? I said, well, you can pre-sell the tickets.
Mm-hmm.
If you know your club can accommodate X number of couples and you have to limit it down by 50%, unfortunately, and I know people are going to hate me for this, I told her that because it still costs the same amount of money to run the club.
Yes.
Unfortunately for us, we have to help absorb that cost.
Mm-hmm.
So I explained to her, I said, well, you can pre-sell tickets, and let's just say your club you can pre-sell 100 tickets.
Yes.
And you normally charge $80 to come in.
Yep.
You could easily charge right now $120 for the first 100 couples.
And people are going to pay it.
And they're going to line up.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be a waiting list. There'll be people sitting out in the parking lot in hopes that somebody doesn't show up that they can fill that void.
It'll be like one of those high-end steakhouses where you line up down the street to hope to get in.
Right. We went to a prime rib place in San Francisco. I guess it's been there for over 100 years.
Yeah.
We called there, and they said that they take reservations 6 months or a year out.
Yeah, but you can stand in line in hopes you can get in.
That somebody doesn't show up, and then they might. And we asked, what are the odds? And they said, rare.
Yep.
And we went by there, they had a line of like 20, 30 people out front, and the restaurant straight up said the chances of them walking out and letting someone in were slim to none to rare to not happening.
And that's exactly how the lifestyle clubs are going to be as soon as they get the okay to open.
Exactly. So basically, by charging a little bit more, they can open. But now comes the question of that's one way of limiting.
Yep.
One club talked about not allowing new members to join
Mm-hmm.
and only existing members to go to the club. And the other question is, if they're required to social distance, we don't understand where they get these guidelines from because, like we went to Walmart. They have a 6-foot rule.
Yeah.
We lived together. We drove there together. But we walked in line all the way up to the Walmart employee at the door. And I kid you not, he made us go in one at a time, 6 feet apart. But he was clear to tell us, once we're in there, we could go back to being next to each other. They just couldn't let us walk in together.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, that just don't make no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
But, all right, so we walked in separately. And then literally right when we passed them, and I grabbed the cart, he let Bunny come in, and we got right together in front of him, and he was fine. He even waved at us.
Because we followed the guidelines.
We followed the stupid guidelines. I wouldn't have a problem with guidelines if they made sense.
Right.
If they were well thought out, constructed. These people are throwing, and I'll say it, crap to a fan and seeing what blows back and what sticks on a wall and what doesn't.
Yeah.
And they don't have any logistical or logic behind it.
There is no thought process before they write it, I don't think.
No, because I think they just want to be the first to say it.
Right. You're true. That sounds completely logical on that one.
They're going for the glory of I created that.
Yeah.
And not realizing how stupid they look creating that stupid guideline.
Right.
All right. So now my guideline in theory would be they're telling people they can't walk in parks together. They're telling people they can't walk on walking paths together because they're supposed to be 6 feet apart. But you're talking about people who live together, drove there together, everything I just said. I would say if the people can show on their ID that they come from the same address, what difference does it make?
I don't think it matters at all.
I understand the guideline about only letting one family person in, like at Costco.
Right.
Okay, so because they're trying to keep people away from other people, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I think they're taking this whole thing a little too far.
Yes. Certain states included.
Right. So now you go to a bar.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, couples are going to sit together, but how do they meet people?
I know. Well, they're supposed to be keeping 6 feet apart.
Right. Or anything.
I want to know how you're supposed to get sexy when you have a mask on.
Are they going to require a mask? See, these are all questions we have, ladies and gentlemen. We do not have any answers for this podcast. If you're looking for answers, you come to the wrong place.
And like I said, though, it's because, you know what, we ran a club for 18 years. We're talking to club owners, and they don't even know how this is all going to play out.
Right.
So it's going to be an interesting, what am I looking for? An interesting concept on how every club is going to open up and see which one is going to do it differently.
Now, one of the questions came up. If you have to social distance in the social areas, what about the play areas?
That's going to be fun.
You know, I thought, well, the club really can't be responsible. Like, let's just say they can socialize and they can talk. Maybe they got a partition of plexiglass between them. I don't know, like the cashiers all do. You don't think that little virus is going to go underneath or over the top or around it?
No.
Apparently, they didn't think that one out thoroughly either. I understand that it helps a little bit, but the mask.
Yeah.
Most 99% of the people, because I worked at a hospital for years as a project manager in the IT department. While I wasn't in the surgical or scrub team or anything else, I at least knew how to wear a mask, how to put it on,
Correct.
how to take it off, how to put gloves on, and how to take them off, because I did have to go into sterile environments. 99% of the people that we see wearing masks right now they have them around their neck.
Right.
They have them over or down by their chin. They're not even covering their mouth or nose.
Right.
But they have them on.
Yeah, they're hanging around. It's horrible.
I've seen, I don't know if they're joke videos, but I've seen people where they've cut out from the nose to the mouth. And when someone asks them, here I am touching my face on camera. Go ahead and shoot me some hate mail. But they say that it's hard to breathe in the mask. So they cut out the most vital part of the mask.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
There's also gaps on the side of the face or under the chin. Those masks should be firm.
Yeah.
Tight to the face.
Right.
And these cloth masks, you all seen those memes where it says, if a fart can make it through the underwear and pants and you could smell it, what do you think a cloth mask is going to do to protect you from a virus so microscopic? Those M95 or whatever they're called masks barely can stop it.
Well, I have a question. If people put a hole in their mask to breathe, are they going to put a hole in their mask for their straw so they can drink their alcoholic drinks?
Oh my God. That's just another thing to think about. What about just sex?
You have to do doggy style and you have to take long strokes.
Doggy style, long strokes.
Yeah, you can't look at each other.
Right, because
you can't breathe on me.
Right, I was going to say, if you're a missionary, you could be breathing on each other.
Right.
I just do not understand the concept. So here's the thing. We have learned a long time ago, swingers, lifestyle, consensual non-monogamy, whatever you want to term it, whatever's politically correct that doesn't trigger you, because everyone's triggered today.
Of course.
They are going to do whatever they want to do.
They are going to do.
And nobody is going to tell them what not to do. While they may be the first to stand up and point a finger at other people telling them what they're doing wrong, they themselves are going to do whatever they want to do.
We're the first ones in, last ones out.
Exactly. And damn it, if you haven't gotten a virus being in the lifestyle by now,
that is the truth.
Just saying.
And in general, we're sexual beings, but us non-monogamous people are really sexual beings.
Exactly. And social.
And very social.
And very touchy-feely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very flirty.
No fist bumps.
No fist bumps. It's going for the hug and grope in that order.
So
or maybe the grope and hug.
You got to ask first.
Well, yeah. And that's a whole new podcast. But what about general consent? Where you get consent once and you don't have to give it or get it again on certain people.
Yeah.
But some people would say that's not good enough. You need consent every single time. So that's a whole new podcast.
But you're gonna need to get consent to take your mask off to talk to somebody.
Right, but if they require mask in the enclosed environment, how is that going to play in the club scene?
And it's funny because, like I said, every state, every city, every club is going to be different on what they have to follow.
Now, imagine this: you got 100 people in one room. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to cough.
Yep.
And it's just dust in the air or whatever.
Yes.
Can you imagine people are going to freak out?
If they already don't have issues.
And we do want you to come and comment on our video and everything. Tell us what you think clubs should do. Send us an email. Mm-hmm. Send us a message. Send us a text. Call us.
Because we're going to be one of those first ones in clubs as soon as we can.
Exactly. We do know several clubs that have dates to open. Mm-hmm. I know in Dallas, they were hoping to open this weekend, but it looks like they're held off for another week or two. So they're in a holding pattern, but they already got members ready to sign walking through the door. Right.
And like we were talking about, some clubs are not going to survive because they couldn't afford their rent. It's very expensive to run a lifestyle club.
The overhead is ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. So one of the things that we always used to laugh at is people would come in and they would count. They would say, oh my gosh, there's probably 120 couples in here at $80. He's making this much money.
No.
You're not.
No, he's probably making $15.
Close. Not even
and
close.
why is it wrong that a club owner make money?
Yep.
And those people sit around and they get mad that these club owners are making all this money. Yes, there is good money in a club. Why else would they wouldn't run it if there wasn't good money? But somebody's got to do it.
Yep. So now what we've been seeing though is some of the clubs are doing membership drives.
Yes, to get money. Some are doing some GoFundMes.
Yes. So they're definitely out there trying to keep their doors open. And definitely as soon as they open is when you feel it's safe for you to go, definitely frequent your club again. That way you can have a good place to go and help support the club owner that supported you all those years. Right.
And if you can afford it and they're doing a membership drive, you're not out any money.
Right.
Actually, a lot of the clubs that are doing membership drives are giving like double membership for half the price because they need the money today.
Right. They need to pay their rent and their insurance and everything.
Overhead, just everything, even their livelihood. Their money went in the tank too.
Yes, it did.
So they not only do they have their club to pay, they got their house payment, their cars, the insurance, feeding themselves, utilities on both places. Can't just turn off utilities. And some of these clubs have been closed for 5 months.
I know.
So if you see a GoFundMe for a club and you patronage that club, that club, it doesn't matter if it's $1, $5, or $500. They appreciate everybody's support. And if you feel funny about donating a couple bucks, make it anonymous. You don't have to list yourself. If you're donating $500, pat yourself on the back and put your name right on there. Let everyone know that you supported that club, because trust me, when that club sees that $500 donation, they're going to make sure they treat you right when you walk through that door.
Right, because, like I said, though, these clubs, they have put their backbone and their life into that club for you to enjoy and to have fun and to meet other sexy people.
Right. I would venture to say that you're going to see a slow start.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to see some paranoia.
Oh, most definitely.
I just posted on our Facebook. We're seeing a lot of people calling people out because some people want to go out and party. and some people want to stay at home. So the people who want to go out and party are picking on the people who are, they're calling them scared or afraid to be at home. And the people who are at home, who are self-distancing and self-quarantining, they're picking on the people for going out and partying, saying that they're the cause of keeping it going. Mm-hmm. So I finally had it up to my eyebrows when I started seeing name calling.
Yeah. Yes, that's just...
And I said,
wrong.
It needs to stop.
Mm-hmm.
You realize that you're name calling somebody who's on your friends list, and you're on their friends list, and you're calling them names on their profile.
Right. And half of these people that are doing it, we all have mutual friends, so everybody's seeing it.
And it's going to create lines in the sand with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a tumble effect. And it's going to be like that if you go to a club.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to have people who believe the end of the world is coming. And we're not here to say the end of the world's coming or not.
Right.
You're going to have the people that believe it's a complete political hoax.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Both sides are right in their own mind. Their opinion matters.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you believe it or not, you need to respect that people have an opinion.
Right.
And respect that you have a friendship with them. And respect that they may not always agree with you.
Right. And because, like I said, being a sexual being, you may not be so much into the lifestyle as you more are into just the general meeting people and getting to know people and having a good time, where there's some that have to hook up every time they go out. And they're going to be the first ones there.
We know some of them.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
What's that? Oh, hold on. Why Bunny's talking? I have to fix something,
but
because we're playing around with the new software.
We're having a good time with different software that we're playing with. But no, these what do I want to say? Hardcore non-monogamy people are going to be the first ones at the club going out to have a good time, and they deserve the respect. They've been sitting at home just as long as the rest of us have.
Right. And me and you have been sitting at home since March 8th.
March 8th.
So we are, that's me editing the file that we're getting ready to put on the screen.
So no, definitely as soon as they open, as soon as you feel it's safe for you, definitely frequent your clubs again. Have fun. Enjoy life.
Right. And again, like I say, we don't have all the answers. We wish we did. Honestly, we wish we did. We don't feel that we're getting all the information from TV.
Nope.
And it doesn't matter if you watch one source or another. If you're watching any network, they all have their own narrative.
They all have their own agendas.
And not just their agendas, but their own opinion. Mm-hmm. So what we do is we watch all these different opinions, and we try to figure out what's accurate and what's not, and we just decided nothing's accurate.
No. And like I said, every state, every club, every city is going to open differently, and we're just going to have to roll with it.
I think you're going to see some people making light of it when they go to a club for the first time, and they're going to wear those body condoms.
Oh, hell yeah.
As a joke. And I will even say, if a club allows 100 couples in there, you're going to see at least 5 couples wearing or at least 5 dudes wearing body condoms, just because guys have more of a sense of humor.
If we were running a club again, I would do our first opening night as doctor and nurse. Doctor and nurse
night. See? So all you clubs out there listening, doctor and nurse night might be a great grand opening.
Yes.
And come, I don't know, basically come with feather dusters to dust off the coronavirus off people. I don't know. But remember, switch out your gloves between people.
Yes.
Like condoms.
And remember to, that lube deteriorates your gloves.
It does. Well, silicone.
Silicone, yeah.
Silicone lube will eat your gloves apart.
Yes.
All right, so what we decided to do on our part, we reached out to, if you go to our site, TomandBunny.com, and you click on clubs, we've done tours of clubs all over the nation. And these are amazing clubs, and we have relationships with All of them.
Uh-huh.
So what we did was we reached out to all of them and said, hey, we're going to be doing these podcasts, and we would love to remind people that you are reopening soon.
Mm-hmm.
And we decided to let them make their own 30-second little commercials.
Yes.
And we aren't charging for these.
Nope. It's all in our relationships that we have with them at the time.
Right. So we're going to play our first commercial right now. This is for our friends over at Club Sapphire.
Yes, in the greater Seattle area.
Yep. And they had the world famous Matt and Bianca articulate their commercial for them.
Yes.
And
it's very good.
And that's what I was working on. I created their graphic real quick to put on the screen so you wouldn't look at us looking dumbfounded while we listen to 30 seconds of commercial.
Yes.
So we're going to put the graphic on the screen. We're going to play the commercial. And we're going to come back. And then we're going to be talking about the travel.
Yep. And
what people are talking about on Facebook.
Yes.
And the theories.
Yeah.
Again, we don't know. Borders, are they going to be open or not?
Yeah, because here we are. Now we do travel for a living, and we're just as in the dark with that.
Now, we invite you to definitely check out Club Sapphire. They were the first one to send us the 30-second commercial, and we want to thank them for supporting us, our podcast. We want to thank Matt and Bianca for definitely doing a great job. I thought it was a great inspirational
Yes, I absolutely love it.
30-second clip.
Yes.
I actually sent it to the other clubs as a model for them to use. So anyways, check it out. Club Sapphire on Tom and Bunny on the Culture Radio.
Hi, I'm Matt.
And I'm Bianca.
And we're from Club Sapphire in Seattle.
We're all going through some tough times right now.
But we wanted to let you know when this is all over, we'll be back as the premier lifestyle club in the Pacific Northwest.
With numerous weekly events, huge parties, and themed sexy playrooms for you to indulge all of your fantasies.
To find out more and join our newsletter, go to www.clubsapphire.net. We'll see you at Club Sapphire.
In Seattle, where it's always wet.
Awesome.
Yes. So once again, definitely if you are in the Washington area, you definitely need to check out Club Sapphire.
Yes. And definitely check out all the clubs on TomandBunny.com. We actually did a video tour of Club Sapphire 2.5 years ago.
Yes. And it needs to be updated.
We got to go back. So if you want us back over at Club Sapphire to do another tour, even our tours are kind of lame. We just walk through at the camera and we tell you what we like. We don't never tell you what we don't like.
No.
We don't give reviews. But Club Sapphire, probably we would have to say across the United States, is one of the well-oiled, most professionally run club where everything flows and their membership is just amazing and their building is amazing.
Yes, but since they've added on, they've opened another part of their building since we've been there. So
like 5,000 square foot or something. So
yes.
So definitely check out our video. It's not up to date. It's 2.5 years old, but please check it out. And if you do go to Club Sapphire, let them know you heard about them from Tom and Bunny.
Of course.
You won't get a discount. They might kick you out, but it's worth a shot.
You'll be like, oh my God, you know them? oh no.
So now everyone knows we work in the adult lifestyle travel.
We certainly do.
We have been working for Tom's Trips for 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
And we have been getting a lot of calls about what's happening with the travel, from anywhere from Secrets Hideaway when we do that in September to Jamaica Hedonism 2 Resort.
Correct. Now, I know that Secrets, I got to even think about it if they're even open now or if they're due to open, because I know that they were due to open on, I believe it was May 10th. But we are talking Florida, who is a little bit more lenient.
Yep, they're opening up this week.
Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely Secrets is a great place to go within the continental U.S. That should be able to go to now.
Right. And we are definitely planning on going back real soon to see our sons, their girlfriends, and our granddaughters.
Yes. So I told Tom I'm going to put it on Facebook. Don't be how did I phrase it? Haters going to hate. I'm going to leave this state.
And she's going to take pictures all along the way from Alabama to Florida to let everyone know we are venturing outside the containment area. I mean, you got to understand, we have been in this house for 2 full months.
Mm-hmm.
And we've only gone out maybe 4 or 5 times to go grocery shopping.
We were excited today because we got to go to Tractor Supply.
We went to Tractor Supply. I need to get a trailer ball hitch for my new receiver. But we went to the doctor yesterday.
Yes.
And we got to go to Costco. We bought toilet paper. And I took a picture. Oh, I wish I would have put it on the screen here. We were at Walmart when we were grocery shopping. And we had to fix our toilet seat because the little cushion thing that goes on the porcelain part,
yeah,
it was broken. So the toilet seat was wobbling, and Bunny was getting annoyed. So
you slide off the toilet every time you sit down.
So, not a visual anyone wants to hear, but
I'm a girl. I have to sit down no matter what.
Right. And notice I don't say I do. So we went to Walmart. I picked up a new toilet seat, and I happened to see we got the oval one. We don't have the round one.
Right.
And of course, ours is 3 times as much because it's oval.
Because it's oval.
And I look over and I see the round ones were like $6.77 at Walmart, and they had literally an entire end cap display, 4 deep, 4 wide, 4 tall.
Yeah.
And we had to go back for something because we forgot. The next day, 24 hours later, there was only 8 toilet seats on that end cap. I don't know what's going on if they're hoarding toilet seats now, but it went from toilet paper to toilet seats.
Maybe it's just because it's Walmart.
It's Walmart. They're hiding them. But we still can't get cleaning supplies.
No. Like I said, we're a small town, so our Walmart Supercenter is much better than their grocery store.
Right. Now, maybe we'll stop by Secrets when we do go to Florida. We'll just swing in there.
Right. Now, Secrets has been lucky because they're down in the Orlando area. So, like I said,
Kissimmee, Florida.
If that part of Florida is already opened up.
Yes.
So they were one of the absolute last ones to close and the first one to open.
No, so we'll definitely reach out to them. We'll go there, and then we will put an update on our site, TomandBunny.com, about Secrets. And if you have never heard of Secrets, or you've heard of it and you've never been there, if you go to our website and click on clubs, we did 3 videos at Secrets.
Yes.
We did a tour of the grounds. It's so big.
It's huge.
And then we did a tour. We showed you all the rooms. And then we did a tour with Frederick and Barbie, and they were showing how the construction worked.
Yes.
And how they make old 1970-something hotel rooms into these fantasy suites.
Right. So now the great thing with Secrets is you can go there on the weekend and get a room and enjoy the pools and go to their club, or you could just go to their club and party.
Right.
So you have many options at Secrets.
So, yeah, definitely that's our event in September, 20th to the 27th with Tom's Trips. It's Party in the USA.
Yep.
Is on. And because it's in the United States and because we don't even know where Jamaica stands as far as opening their borders, if they're going to let us in, Hito says they're ready to open with 24-hour notice. Mm-hmm. That they could have all the staff, food, chefs, grounds open back up. They have a limited staff. They're keeping everything ready.
Correct.
And they're sanitizing everything.
Yes.
And so we just don't know what's going on.
We have no clue. I'm hearing right now that Cancun is supposed to open back up June 1st, but once again, that's all we know.
It's all determined on the airlines, too.
It is determined.
Just because the country opens up doesn't mean the airlines are going to fly there.
We're hearing the same thing about Jamaica. We're hearing June 1st. We're hearing July 1st.
What do we got?
We have no clue.
We got notified by Southwest. Mm-hmm. They canceled all the way up to August.
August 11th.
And then it can even go farther.
Yes.
But right now, you cannot fly Southwest Airlines to Jamaica until August 12th.
Right.
At the soonest.
At the soonest.
Now, there are other airlines that do fly there still.
Right. I had a gentleman that his Southwest got canceled for August 1st, so he was able to book United.
Okay. So what happens if United cancels?
Then he's going to have to try to find somewhere else. I mean, we even have a party June 13th through the 20th, our Kasidie Crust party.
Right.
That even if the borders are back open, our airline would be $3,700.
We're definitely not going to that.
One way, or for one person. Yeah, no.
So what do we do about all of our guests that were scheduled? We have called all the guests, and we have set a new date in October.
Yes.
What's the dates?
October 3rd through the 10th is our Sunny Buns when we'll be there.
Okay. And so we're pushing all of our Kasidie guests into that group.
Yes.
And then, but we're not forcing them to because
No.
they booked for June. And what if they can't go in October because of family, work, any number of reasons?
A lot of them have already rescheduled for next June.
And some have rescheduled for next June. Hedonism. Okay, we offer a travel insurance.
Yes. It is $25 per person, and it covers your entire trip.
Right. And
But it's a cancellation insurance.
yeah, you don't get a refund.
No. So if you have to move your dates, you're allowed to move your dates up. Well, this time it's completely different because of the virus, but typically it's one time you can move your trip.
Okay. So now, but hedonism has, if people didn't order it, normally they would be SOL.
Right.
And because of the pandemic, hedonism applied travel insurance to everybody.
Everybody up through August.
Well, that's pretty damn good.
Yes. Yes, it is.
And now, if people had travel insurance, what happened with that $25 a person? That would be a question I would ask.
Right. Right. I know.
What do we tell people?
A lot of them are not refunding it, but they're applying it to another trip.
Okay, so it's $50 if it's two people.
Right, to apply to another trip. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, that's understandable
Yeah.
because a lot of it, the travel agents don't even have that money anymore.
No, because especially on your June trips, everything up until June has already been paid out to the resorts.
Gotcha.
So the travel agents don't even have that money anymore. It's already paid to the resorts that they're going to be going to. And like I said, especially like with Jamaica, it's such a small little country. You could even consider it, what, third world?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have
their
health problems
their
there.
medical treatment is definitely, if you even want to call it third world medical treatment.
Right.
So they're being extra careful as far as opening their borders.
I know. I don't know if they're open now, but I know that when this pandemic all started, we were there during when it all started.
Yes.
And while we were there February 27th to March 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And when we flew home, all hell broke loose.
It did. We were, I think on one flight, there was only 30 of us on the plane. One flight, there was only 14 of us on a commercial airline.
And we were taking selfies.
We were, and people are like, "Oh my God, you got the whole plane to yourself?"
They're like, "Oh, you must be bigwigs to have chartered a jet to go there."
But yeah, we were there for 13 days that time. So when we were coming through, I mean, we left and everything was fine, and we're coming back and we're like the only ones that don't have masks on.
Right, we didn't know about it that much.
We had no clue.
Because while you're at Hedo, you don't really get news.
No.
You get very limited news.
What you do hear is what you're finding out on Facebook from your family and friends.
Right. I mean, we were there during the earthquake in January, and we couldn't find anything on the news, so I Facebooked real quick to get what was happening, and that's when we found out about the earthquake. Go ahead.
I would say when we were there in March, we just thought everybody was going crazy with toilet paper. We had no clue what was going on.
Now that we went totally into left field, let me go back to what I was going to say originally.
Okay.
We live in a country where we're very, very lucky because where our tourists were in all these other countries, our country was making sure that if they were American citizens, they got home. And even to the point of, I know in one instance, I think they even sent a military cargo plane to go pick up our tourists.
Right. And I do know of somebody that once they did get home, there was a car waiting for them.
So they wouldn't have to go to the airport or nothing.
No, and it took them directly home where they were told to stay for 2 weeks.
Right. Now, the way the Jamaican government was, if you were a Jamaican citizen and you were anywhere other than in Jamaica, they weren't even letting you in your own country.
Right. And as of a week ago, I was just reading too that they don't have the means to make sure that you're staying in your own home. So you have to prove that you can financially stay in your own home for 2 weeks and afford to be tested before they're going to let you on their soil.
Okay. So now, one of the things that we've heard, let's go by some of the rumors we've heard, because we're going to run out of time.
Remember, it's rumors.
Rumors. These aren't facts. These are just things that were posted on Facebook. Some people have copied them from actual travel agents, like regular vanilla travel agents.
Yes, and from other hotels.
And this does not apply directly to Hito. We actually emailed Hito. We did not get any confirmation, but we didn't get any denials. We just were told that they would have the post deleted. So we assumed that it was fiction, but we never got a confirmation.
But we still don't know. No.
So, all right. One of the things is Jamaica might not let tourists in unless they could prove they've been vaccinated for the coronavirus.
Right.
But there are no vaccinations.
No.
So if that's the case, and they're saying a vaccination could take 12 to 18 months at the soonest, it might be a while before we all go back to Jamaica. Right. We might have to...
And there'll be people that will not go because they're not going to get a vaccination.
Right. We might have to take a cruise ship near it and then jump overboard and swim to shore.
Swim. And people will do that. They'll have life rafts out there for us.
Another thing people believed, and this is fact or fiction, that when you go there to hedonism, you will be confined to your room for 2 weeks before you can walk the grounds. And that we found out is false.
That one was false. Yes. You just have to, you can't go off the grounds to go on a pub crawl or anything like that.
Like to a restaurant, like a Rick's
dinner,
Cafe or something.
Once you're on the grounds, you have to stay on the grounds.
But it was factual in the very beginning because hedonism put out a statement, and with the language barrier, even though they speak English, it's still a different dialect.
Yes.
And the way they put it out there was, what they meant to say is, if you showed signs of being sick, you would be quarantined to your room for 2 weeks.
Right.
And the way it sounded, it was going to be a complimentary 2 weeks, too. I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I don't want to read into it, but...
No, they were just as confused about everything as we all were.
I know at one point they were offering people, if they were going to travel there, they could stay as long as they wanted for free after their week trip.
Right.
So if you had a 7-day trip and you wanted to stay there for 3 weeks, they were going to let you stay there for an additional 2 weeks for free.
Yeah, because there was no one else coming in.
There was nobody else coming in. So I still don't know if I'd want to do it because you'd be the only person there.
Now we're talking too, they still don't know what's going to go on. So we don't know if we have to wear a face mask when we're in the pool, in the nude pool.
Right.
When they open back up.
That's another thing. They were saying in the common areas, people were going to be required to wear masks, and that included buffets, restaurants, pools, and the beaches.
One of the things that I loved is where everybody was talking, those are going to be some great tan lines.
Well,
the only tan lines you're going to have is from your face mask.
Well, they put out those tan lines where they had the hot chick with the bikini tan lines and the face mask tan line.
Yeah, at Hito, there's not going to be any tan lines except for on your face.
What are some of the other rumors that you heard?
That when you do go to the buffet, that they will serve you. You can no longer serve yourself at the buffet.
Okay, we don't know if that's true or not.
We do not know if that one's
because
true.
it could be true. They'll have to bring in more staff to do that.
Right. That you cannot open a door for yourself, that a staff member will have to open it for you.
So they're going to employ more people for that because you got the piano bar, the wine bar, the store, and bathrooms.
Right. Yep.
Which always bugs me, 'cause
are...
whenever I have to go to the bathroom, they have females cleaning the men's bathroom, and you're standing there, and I get stage fright, and I'm standing there trying to take a leak, and of course, that's when they're going to walk behind you 3 or 4 times. Of course.
They did say that
that was just...
that they're going to all have to have hand sanitizing stations, but we've already seen that.
Yeah, they already got those.
Yeah,
they already got those.
That one was already set up. But as far as like... especially hedonism and desire go, those places are so clean
they
anyways.
Are beyond clean.
And now they're even going to be even more clean. So, I mean, I'm not going to have
They're going to raise the rates.
They are. I'm not going to have any issues going back there as soon as it opens.
Right. So, as far as playrooms go, I don't know what they're going to do with that.
But once you go to your room, no one's can stop you when you go to your room.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say about the clubs. If a club closed off their play area and there's a hotel right next door or right nearby, people are going to just book a room, go to the club, party all night, and then take a couple back to their room.
Can you imagine the hotels that are next to the clubs? They're going to score.
Right. So... We are looking for your opinions.
Yes.
Definitely let us know what you think that the world is going to do about travel, because we work in the adult lifestyle travel and we are still up in the air. We don't know.
We don't know. We know just as much as everybody else knows.
And if any travel agent claims to know more, I highly doubt it.
Right.
A lot of guessing going on.
We're waiting to hear directly from Hito, Desire, and from Mexico and from Jamaica.
Right. So with that, we invite you to travel with us.
Yes, absolutely. Please do.
This is our shameless plug.
We absolutely love working the travel industry, and we would definitely love you to come travel and party with us.
Now, if you want to come travel with us, we actually list the events that we personally go to.
Yes.
We go to Thunderlust, and these are all booked through Tom's Trips.
Yes.
So we go to Thunderlust. That's the 4th week of January.
4th week, yep.
And then we always go to Miss No Swimsuit.
Yes.
That is the 1st week of March.
Yes, it is.
Kasidie Crush is a young, more energetic group.
Yes.
That is in the middle to 3rd week of June.
Yes. 2nd to 3rd week, depending.
2nd to 3rd week, depending on the year, leap year, and stuff like that. And we go to Setting Buns,
which this year is October 3rd through the 10th.
And now that's 4 trips that we go to.
That's us personally.
Tom's Trips host 18 weeks a year.
Yes.
At Hedonism. We will also be at Party in the USA at Secrets Hideaway in Florida, September 20th through the 27th.
Yes.
So that's 5 events. If you want to come party naked with us.
and we do party, and we are naked.
Yes. If you want to come party naked with us, definitely call Tom's Trips, and I'll give you the phone number. It's 800-285 0853.
Yes.
And hit option 1.
Yep.
And Michelle, our bunny, will answer the calls.
And we'll take care of everything for you.
Right. So if you call that number, 800-285-0853, option 1, you might be talking to Bunny here because she answers the phone most of the time.
I do.
Again, one last time. 800-285-0853. Option 1. Again, 4th week of January, 1st week of March, 2nd, 3rd week of June, and first week of October, and September 20th to 27th in Florida.
Right. And any of those trips are amazing, and you will have the time of your life.
Now, you can also go to TomandBunny.com. We have a travel link. If you click that, we actually list all the clubs we go to in the United States. So if you can't travel, and we'll be going to Des Moines.
Yes.
And we'll be going to Club G in Des Moines. We don't have a confirmed date yet, but we will be putting it on our website. We'll be going to Hawaii. We'll be going to California. We'll be in Florida. So anywhere we're going, we will be putting our, not itinerary, but our dates that we're going to be in each location.
Right.
So that way, if we're going to be at a club, like Club FA, they want us to come out and re-videotape all their upgrades.
Yes, because they've done a lot too.
And Club Eden in Oklahoma City, we did a video tour just a year ago, and they remodeled the whole club.
Wait. Club Eden in Oklahoma City?
Yes.
No, we did a video there in December.
All right, so 5 months ago, and they just totally remodeled the whole club in 5 months because they moved their whole infliction hall downstairs and added all that square footage to their club.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
downstairs.
Yeah, they want us to come re-videotape both clubs, so we'll probably be going out there in July. So, and then we're going to be in Houston.
Yep.
At Escapades, and Tone Loc is going to be there.
Yes.
And that's in September.
Yes, but I think I know it's the week before we go to Secrets, so it's
it's going to be tight for us. So definitely call Tom's Trips, 800-285-0853, option 1. If you want to travel with us and book your travel with Bunny, we would much appreciate it. Keeps us employed.
Yes.
And if you can't travel, check our schedule. Come see us at an event. We would love to meet you.
Oh, absolutely. We love to meet everybody.
And now to finish off, we have 8 minutes left. We want to talk about house parties.
Right, because people are already starting to go back to their house parties, whether their state is even allowing social gatherings or not. People are definitely, they have actually been doing house parties this whole time, but now people are starting to post them on Facebook.
Right. And now we know that people have been doing house parties during the
because we've been getting the invites.
We've been getting the invites. Unfortunately, we live rural Alabama, and so we literally have been. We'll just say it straight up. We don't know if it's a real virus. We don't know if it's a hoax. And of course, when we say that, we get people from both sides jumping on us saying it's a hoax or it's real. I have friends who died. Well, that's fine. Right. But we don't have the education to know if it's real or fake in our own minds. We just chose to err on the side of caution, and we just chose to stay at home and sit around and do podcasts.
Right. And we did. Now, in the beginning, people were watching to see who was going out and who was partying. And now that it's starting to open up and people are starting to be a little bit more relaxed about it. Yeah.
And so I think we're going to start feeling a little more comfortable. We have 4 couples who have been waiting to meet us for 2 months now.
Yep.
And actually 5. And I think, well, 2 of them we know.
Yeah.
But we want to meet new people too.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to actually start venturing out and start meeting people because we aren't going to live our life in fear.
No. And in Alabama, we are opening up.
We are opening up.
We are starting a little bit more creature comforts of home.
Exactly.
So definitely, don't bash people if they're going to go out to a house party and have a good time. If you don't like it, then you don't need to party with them anymore.
Right. Just put them on a little check-off list to never play with.
Right. But don't bash them in a public setting.
Right. And if you feel you got to bash a friend on Facebook, unfriend them. There's no reason to cause a fight.
But definitely, if you're ready to get out there and enjoy and have fun, then definitely look for other people's house parties that are already starting to go on out there.
And if you're having a house party and you happen to own a pool, we don't. We accept invites, whether we know you or not.
We like pools.
If you have a boat.
We like boats, too.
We have a Harley, so if you want to go for a Harley ride, we probably...
Definitely. Yes, definitely. We can supply our own Harley on a ride.
We can supply our own Harley. We can bring the Motor Bunny to the party.
We do. We can bring two.
And a bucket of lube.
We can bring the Motor Bunny and the Motor Bunny buck.
Yes, and a bucket of lube.
And a bucket of
lube.
You have to supply the condoms, though.
Right, and then we'll have our own private house party.
Because we're broke bitches and we can't afford condoms.
Broke bitches and can't afford condoms.
Not to bring to a party.
I need to get more Viagra.
Right?
I run out of Viagra, and with the mail coming in from out of the country, it's a little slow.
Yeah.
I don't think Viagra is listed as an essential item.
Why don't I call UPS?
PS?
UPS?
Oh, yeah.
See, do you deliver? Are these essential?
From India?
From India. I guarantee they're going to be getting stopped at the border now with everything coming in.
You think? So we definitely want to thank our friends over at asnlifestylemagazine.com.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They're the ones that hooked us up on the Culture Radio.
Yes, they are.
We want to thank the Culture Radio Casanova for getting in contact with us and putting us on the air.
Do you think that he regrets it?
We're going to find out. But more importantly, with our last couple minutes remaining,
yes,
we want to tell you definitely we have become certified life coaches.
Yes, we are certified.
Certifiable.
We've been certifiable.
And we invite you to contact us if you think that we could help. A lot of people don't want to contact a bona fide therapist because they don't want to feel like a patient, but they also want to confide in someone that feels that can relate specifically to their desires, their sexuality, or anything under the sun without judging them.
Well, yeah, and especially because like new people, the first thing they do is they go to a club or they hook up with a couple and they want to tell somebody and they can't. And then they want to ask somebody questions and they can't. Well, we're your people.
We are absolutely your people. So go to our site, TomandBunny.com. There's a link called Schedule Us.
Yep.
Click on that, and we have a calendar that has all of our open times and dates. We do offer a 15-minute free consultation, which usually lasts a half an hour or more.
Because we like to talk.
We don't hold a stopwatch to it, but we did have to put some time. And that way, at 15 minutes, if we don't like you, we could click hang up.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wow.
But we do through video.
Uh-huh.
And we also do through phone conversation.
Yes.
Conference calling.
Absolutely. Because a lot of people still want, even they have questions, they need a little guidance, but they still want to be incognito.
Exactly. Follow us, please, on Twitter and Instagram. We're at TomandBunny, and that's TomandBunny. Bunny always laughs when I spell it out, but everyone wants to spell bunny as in Bonnie, but it's Bunny. And like us on our Facebook page.
Yes.
It's Swing with Tom and Bunny. Not Tom space and space Bunny. It's Tom and Bunny, all one
Tom
word.
And Bunny. Go to our website.
Go to our website, TomandBunny.com. So until next Thursday, we're going to be talking about virtual meetups.
Yes.
Camera quality, backgrounds, and lighting, and all the good stuff about doing this type of stuff.
Right, because even though the world is starting to open back up, the way that virtual swing parties have taken off, I think it's the wave of the future.
Absolutely it is. Mm-hmm. So until next time, enjoy.
And we will see you next Thursday.
Next Thursday on the Culture Radio. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tune in next Thursday for another Swing with Tom and Bunny live podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Screen name @TomandBunny. And like us on our Facebook page, Swing with Tom and Bunny. If you'd like to submit a show idea or be part of an upcoming show, please contact us on our website, www.swingwithtomandbunny.com. See you next week.